All right, ladies and gents, welcome back to the 7th episode of the CrossCast podcast. And once again, the CrossFactor crew is joined with our good friend, TheGoldenBolt. And we've got a new guest starring today. Say hi, Brax. How are you doing?
Hey, guys. What's going on? This is Brax.
All right. Awesome. So let's not waste any time. Let's get into the news. Or I shouldn't say news. Our weeks. I'm already fucking up and I just started. So, Ramon, how's your week going?
All right, so I just came back to Canada a couple days ago, and the past 2 weeks have been me in Florida. Not Florida, California. I get the two mixed up with it sometimes.
Yeah, Ramon was in America. I'm surprised he's still alive.
Wait, no, was it California or was it Florida? I think it was California. It was California, I'm pretty sure, yeah.
Did you get shot at?
No.
Are you sure?
I think. I went to Disney World, right? And I met Mickey there.
Did you beat him up?
Huh?
Did you beat him up?
No, but he was a huge asshole.
Oh yeah, you were telling me this story. Hold on, tell the viewers because this is gonna be funny.
So my brother, right? He came with me, right? And so before he's trying to get the camera working on his phone, right? So then he's trying to do that, right? And the moment he goes to Mickey, right? He's like, "Yo, can I take a picture with you?" Mickey starts trying to imitate him on his phone or whatever, and then refuse to take pictures with them.
Oh, so Mickey's
for a good
an
5
asshole.
minutes. So yeah.
What a dick.
Mickey being an asshole honestly makes a lot of sense. If you ever watch any of those old Disney cartoons, he's kind of a dick.
Yeah. Popeye's the real MVP.
He really is. How about you, Brax? How's your week going?
It went pretty well. I've been trying to figure out everything for my summer, and everything's looking like it's going to turn out pretty well as far as work and financially, so now I can concentrate more on doing things that aren't important, like play video games all the time.
Awesome. And what about you, Bolts? What you been working on?
My week was shit.
All right. No. Now you want to explain why?
No, I was just saying words.
So I guess your week then was okay.
Yeah, it was good. I give it a B.
For banging?
For banging.
Yeah, for banging. As for my week, besides going to school as usual, I've been playing more Night in the Woods. I believe I'm on the 4th or 3rd chapter as of right now. I've put a hold on Dark Souls, which much to the anger of Ramon, even though he just found out about it right now.
Man, Wooly beat the game before you did. How did that feel?
You know what? I can accept that. I can't beat games as fast as I used to. Besides that, still working on some more drawings. Got to get stuff finished because I can't stand coloring. I'm terrible at it. And other than that, just been playing more Overwatch.
Oh, I forgot to mention some things.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
I started and I finished reading Claymore. So if anyone's read that, you should read it. It's pretty good.
I don't read anime.
Yeah, anime's a mistake.
It's nothing but trash.
Ron, remember, me and you are going to a convention next week to spread the word about how bad it is.
Yeah.
Did you forget our mission?
Sure.
But yeah, just to wrap up my week, standard stuff, playing games, doing art, school. That's pretty much it. Okay, so I assume everyone's weeks are wrapped up then?
Yep.
Yeah.
Awesome. So then going into the news segment, we'll start off with a big reveal. So Destiny 2 has been officially revealed for Xbox One, PS4, and PC.
This is true.
Where's the Wii U port? I wanted to play it on Wii U.
The Wii U port will be coming. The Wii U port will be coming 24 months after all the initial versions.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that means it's going to be the fixed
running
version,
at
right?
900p.
Yes, and it'll be running at 15 FPS. But I mean, there's not much I can say about this because I'm not a Destiny fan. I tried to get into the first Destiny, I just couldn't do it.
I've never played Destiny before.
Good thing we brought Brax into this one because that's his forte.
Yeah.
This is true. Honestly, watching the reveal, it's sort of disappointing so far to me. Well, first of all, the reveal on Bungie's side was hyped up for a few days, and then we watch it, and I'm watching and everything, and it's like 20 minutes worth of gameplay, but it's actually all cutscenes except for the last 60 seconds, so that was highly disappointing. But after that, earlier today and yesterday, a few YouTubers had access to footage from it, and I watched some PvE and PvP from it, and it looks like the same game. It's more of an update. I think this is Destiny 1.5 more than it is Destiny 2 at this point.
Wasn't that what the expansions were?
Well, the expansions were... All right. So this is more than an expansion in the sense that it looks prettier, I guess. So there's some graphical improvements, but other than that, it's like a DLC, I guess. A really, really big DLC, though. And the good news is they are looking into creating more of a story, which for D1 fans was a huge part of what we were disappointed about, was the story itself. So according to them, a lot of the things that they are doing are based more around providing that good story for the fans. So hopefully that will be an improvement in their writing, at least.
I see.
Yeah, I've never played Destiny, so I wouldn't know. It's like an MMO, right?
Yeah, again, like Bolt said, it's a good thing we have Brax here because I don't think any of the three of us played Destiny.
It's an MMO first-person shooter is the best way I could describe it.
I was excited for it on the basis that it was Bungie, and then they revealed it, and I was like, oh, this sounds really cool. And then the beta came out, and I played the beta, and I was like, good, I don't need to buy this game now. And that was it. Like, I got everything I wanted to.
Now that it's coming on PC, I might be able to actually play it, so yeah.
I think I picked up my copy of the game on Xbox One for like $20-something. So I wasn't really too bummed that I didn't like it because it was only $20, so it wasn't that big of a deal, especially considering how expensive games are in Canada.
Yeah, it's like 20 Canadian dollars. It's like 10 cents.
Yeah.
Monopoly
but
money.
It's Monopoly dollars at that point, but I just couldn't get into it. Like I felt like I was playing a lesser Halo.
I could see that. I mean, of course, with it being Bungie, they are very similar. But the thing about Destiny that really drew in the people that stayed in the long run was the loot system, of course, the RNG, and the fact that, you know, I want to keep grinding, I want to keep playing so I can get the exotic drops, and I can get this fancy new weapon that's coming out with this new DLC, and I can run around with it and show it to everyone, and they'll think I'm cool. And, you know, I think that feeling is what kept people around.
I hate RNG in games.
I think it helped. I think it helped that it was really like the first MMO that a lot of people ever played, so they weren't used to this sort of structure. So for shooter fans, it was like, well, this isn't what I wanted. For MMO fans, it was like, wow, this is kind of like super light. And then for the people that fell in between, they got hooked.
Absolutely. Yeah. And considering it was a console exclusive, most of your MMO fans are PC players, so I think that's part of it too.
It was a good like gateway drug for people that may have wanted to play MMOs. But then Final Fantasy 14 came out, so why would you play anything else?
Yeah, and Final Fantasy 14 kind of, I don't want to say it shitted on Destiny, but it kind of did.
I've heard very good things about 14.
Yeah, I have too.
Yeah, I hear it's one of like the best MMOs currently out.
Yeah. Now onto the real shooter, Splatoon.
oh yeah, that's right. You know, yeah, let's segue, right? Perfect segue, by the way. We recently got another trailer for Splatoon 2 on the previous Nintendo Direct that just came out.
I haven't been paying much attention to this, honestly.
Well, I mean, are you much of a shooter fan to begin with?
Not really, no.
Get the fuck out! Yeah, Splatoon 2 actually looks pretty good.
Yeah, Splatoon 2, I mean, looking good as always.
There was a story trailer they showed off, and I like a lot of what they're doing with what they showed in the single-player trailer. Because the big thing with Splatoon 1 was the single player was very, very tacked on. It was super bare bones. You had just your regular splatter shot, unless you had the amiibos, which then you could technically use other ones. But this one they showed off. There's multiple guns. There's multiple kinds of guns. There's you can use your ink strikes and stuff more frequently in the game. It seems like there's new stuff like I think rail grinding was a thing now, which is really cool.
Do levels not look the same anymore?
They still kind of look like Mario Galaxy E. But
Galaxy E,
yeah, like the levels always kind of look like a mix of like Super Mario Sunshine's Mario only levels and like Mario Galaxy ish.
Yeah, the trial levels from Mario Sunshine.
Well, I hope they actually can differentiate the levels a bit better now, because like from that LP we did, it didn't. They kind of blended in a bit for me.
Why are you bringing back repressed memories?
Remember when CrossFactor used to do Let's Plays? I remember.
I remember too.
Remember when CrossFactor was good?
Remember when CrossFactor was good? Oh, wait a minute.
Make CrossFactor great again.
Rip.
Oh, no.
We're going to build a wall between us and every other Let's Play.
and every other channel.
Bolt, we have to leave. They built a wall, man.
Fuck. See you guys.
The Let's Players versus the podcasters.
But yeah, Splatoon 2, the single player looks really solid. I'm glad they listened. I'm not surprised that they listened, but looking at everything they did with the multiplayer so far, it didn't seem like they were fully listening to people. So,
yeah. I'm just really curious about what the story is between Callie and Marie in this game. Because I think we brought it up last podcast, but the story was directly influenced by who won the previous Splatfest in the last Splatoon
That is fucking hilarious, by the way. Like, that is a...
Yeah, that's an awesome way to get the community involved into actively developing the game. But I'm just curious, what's going on there?
So
Like,
for
the wars are canon now.
For Brax,
yeah,
Wars are
like,
canon.
I don't think Brax knows much about Splatoon.
No, it's Nintendo exclusive, so
Yeah. Splatoon had a thing for the multiplayer called Splatfest, where you like pick a side between like A and B, or like Pokemon Red and Blue or whatever. And
yeah, it's like a monthly event kind of thing.
They're in a bunch of games. You've seen that before. But the last Splatfest was between the two, not main characters, but the two like mascot characters, Callie and Marie, who are sisters, and they're part of the single player. And I think Marie lost, right?
No, Marie won.
Oh, Marie won. So Marie won, and I think she got exiled somehow because of that.
Wait, what?
No. Callie was the one who got
okay.
supposedly exiled.
Same
yeah,
shit.
Callie, yeah.
They're both
Supposedly
they're
exiled.
both the same.
You take that back.
We're gonna have a new waifu war going on right now, boys.
Yeah, the funny thing is, we joke around and stuff, but this is literally a video game version of Waifu Wars.
A canon version.
But yeah, that's pretty much it as far as Splatoon goes.
Yeah.
Imagine Marie turns into makes an organization that's basically the Splatoon version of Hydra.
Hey, I'd enjoy that. Get on, Ramon. You start to draw. Make some fan art.
I'm gonna go on a tangent here. If you haven't seen Guardians 2, go fucking see it.
was it
Fucking
great?
A plus. God damn! Like,
Oh, man.
I went
wanna
in.
see it so bad.
I went in expecting a good movie, like just as good as one. Which one was my favorite Marvel movie up to now, and two actually somehow blew it out of the water.
I haven't
Wow.
even seen Guardians 1, so I should get
Say-
on that.
Oh
Get the
man,
fuck
Guardians
out.
1 was great, dude. Awesome movie.
You know, I'm gonna be with Ramon because I haven't seen Guardian 1
Get
either.
okay, Braxton Bolt cast. You two get the fuck out.
right? I am Groot.
Just hijack the channel.
But yeah, Guardians 1 was really good. Guardians 2 is, I would say, phenomenal. And Batista stole the show. I don't know how, but
Really?
every single line
That's shocking.
every
But he's
single
the
line he
actor
gave.
for Drax, right?
Yeah. Every single line he gave got some sort of emotional reaction out of me. Most of it being laughter, but like there were a few times where it got real, and I'm like, wow, holy shit, like that's good acting. Even though his character doesn't have emotions, it was still good acting.
Right.
They did a really good job.
Well, that's another thing. It has to be harder to act as a character who doesn't have emotions, so that makes it all the more impressive, really.
They do a really good job of like playing off of that too, because there's a character who can like feel emotions. So she plays off of what Drax's emotions are, kind of, which kind of gives you an outlet for him to like show his emotion without being able to.
Ah, that sounds cool.
It's very, very interestingly done.
So yeah, Guardians 2. I'll have to go see it, man.
Yeah, again, still need
And
to see the first
YouTube
one before I go
plebs
see
will
the
have
second
to catch up for sure.
one. I'm not much of a comic person, but again, I've heard good things.
I don't
so-
read comics. I don't read.
Yeah,
anime.
dude. Honestly, I'm not either, and I don't like superhero movies. I mean,
Yeah,
I like
it's-
that. The X-Men series is okay. Other than that, I don't like any of them. And I enjoyed Guardians. I thought it was really, really good. So
I like comics, but I don't watch many movies. So, yeah.
Anime was a mistake, so I don't read comics.
yeah, it's true.
Yes,
But
videos are mistakes.
Comic books, the anime of the West.
yeah. After Splatoon, should we talk about ARMS since it was the same reveal?
Oh yeah, sure. So there was a big direct for ARMS, revealing a ton of info for the game. And again, I was already looking forward to the game, but Nintendo gave me many more reasons, specifically one, to make me pick up the game even sooner than I was already planning.
You have a new waifu?
I wouldn't say new waifu. I would just say a very good character to look at. If you catch my drift.
I'm gonna throw your waifu is shit back out there. Just to remind you, don't let that leave your mind. So some of the stuff they revealed for ARMS, I wasn't completely sold on ARMS up until now, and I'm still not 100% sold. But I pre-ordered it, so I'm pretty much sold. They would have to convince me not to buy at this point. The only reason I was waiting was to see if the gameplay was faster than the gameplay had shown so far, because the gameplay seemed dreadfully slow in the first direct thingy they did. But they showed off a bunch of new game modes. There's like a volleyball game mode.
Yeah, there's a team game mode where it's 2v2.
And you're tethered together, which is even cooler. So like you can't move like separately. You have to move as a team.
And I believe they also showed off a free for all mode, but I forgot if that was like local only or if that's also online as well.
I wasn't sure, but I know that they also showed off a basketball mode where you literally dunk your opponents, which fucking A plus, good. I'm proud.
The game looks very good. Like visually, as well.
I don't know if it's going to
absolutely.
have like a meta community because there's going to be so many different strategies with. There's like 30. There's at least 30 different arm types and 10 different characters, probably 12 different characters when all said and done, not counting the DLC, which is free.
Yeah, which they did say was going to be updated with free DLC a la Splatoon.
Are they offering the beta soon?
They're doing so Splatoon had a global test fire. ARMS has a global test punch.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the name is stupid.
The name is hilarious.
It's a beta, right? That's all I need.
Yeah,
to know.
but it's a beta.
They're it's like select days. They do like server stress tests.
I believe it's next week, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
That is correct.
And then E3 week.
And then I believe it's also.
Yep, I'm looking at it right now. Friday, May 26th, to Sunday, May 28th, and then that next weekend as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope Nintendo managed to like keep the community alive for this, because like I hope they like regularly communicate with the community or like put in like regular patches like every week, I guess, in order to balance stuff out.
Well, Ramon, you got to remember this is a Japanese company, so communication is not the strong suit.
I guess, yeah, but like that would be really good to see them do that.
I think it'll be very similar to balancing it. I think it'll be similar to the Splatoon line, where it's maybe not every. It'll be like maybe like a little bit of trickling here and there for like every 2 or 3 weeks, and then they'll get big ones like 6 months down the road. That's what I'm expecting. And I'm curious what they're going to do as far as the tournament scene goes, because like I said, it's going to be so hard to balance it, but also you're not going to have all of the loadouts available at once on most Switches, unless you can use amiibos to save your progress, like Alice Splatoon does.
But at the same time, wouldn't that be kind of bad for a tournament setting to have to force people to buy a figurine just to like carry data with them? Like, I understand the nature of it because it's a handheld console, so like, you know, you can't just bring all your handheld consoles and just switch them like that. Well, theoretically you could. I mean, theoretically you could, yes, but
technically it would be bad. But also, these are fighting game players who spend hundreds of dollars for controllers. So
yeah, you know what? Fair enough.
It would also it'd probably be good if it was tied to your account, like all your progress.
But it would be tough to tie to your account with a game where I'm assuming they want you to play local multiplayer for the tournaments. Because if you do any sort of wireless, that's already a problem right there.
Yeah, because that's going to introduce input latency.
No, I mean like what do you call it? Just your loadouts and like your equipment and stuff.
No, we get what you're saying, but we're just saying like in a local tournament setting, number one, you probably wouldn't have much time to set up stuff like that over the internet in the first place. Like that's just a lot of time the tournaments just can't afford to be used up like that. And on top of that, you can't use like the Switch's like wireless feature to connect like two Switches to each other like that because again, wireless latency and stuff like that.
It would be on one Switch, I think. They would do two TVs.
I mean like the way of like the sense that you could always like do like online saves or something, or like just save progress so that like you load it up on another Switch and then you run with that.
That would still involve downloading everything.
Yeah, but that would still involve downloading stuff, so that just take up way too much time. So yeah, but it'll be interesting to see how they handle it.
I'm assuming they'll do it via amiibo. The fact that we haven't had any ARMS amiibo announced is surprising. I'm expecting them probably the week of E3.
A lot of people were speculating that the reason there haven't been many ARMS amiibo yet is because of like the very what's the word I'm looking for? Not difficulty. The high detail of all the characters and how tricky that might be to translate to a figurine like that.
I mean, I could see that, but they've already done that with the Fire Emblem characters, so I don't really.
Yeah, I guess
they could easily like with the Fire Emblem characters, and the ARMS characters are closer to what I would say are Splatoon characters than they are Fire Emblem. So.
Oh well, yeah.
So it shouldn't be too hard. I just think they're waiting until probably E3 week, and they'll be like, "Hey, amiibo coming out this week, get them."
Probably after the game's out, actually.
Well, the game comes out the end of E3, though that Friday.
Yeah, but like
I imagine they might even announce them at E3.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, ARMS, it looks pretty solid. I want to play it to see what it looks like, what it feels like, but
it's definitely a nice. I don't want to say appetizer because that makes the game sound like it's just there for like a one and done kind of thing. Because I do think this game will have a community behind it, but it's definitely like a good breakthrough point until Splatoon comes around for like the first big multiplayer thing besides Mario Kart 8 on the Switch.
Yeah. And plus, it's a game. It's extra games. You can't complain.
Yeah, it's more games. So. One more thing I just wanted to bring up as a sort of, not really tangential, but something related to Splatoon as well. The official Splatoon manga is officially getting a translation, an English translation. For
I don't know how this existed. Why does this exist?
I just want to point out. I'm going to say again, anime is a fucking mistake, and if you bring it up one more time, I'm going to fucking find you.
Well, I can give you a hint. I'm in Canada.
So wait, why does this manga exist? And who's the author / artist?
I don't know, and as to why it's both. It's Splat Tim.
This is the manga that Kentaro Miura does when he's on like hiatuses for Berserk.
What kind of fucking translation do you have? What kind of fucking transition do you have to go through to go from Berserk to Splatoon?
So some things happened in Overwatch.
Yeah, Overwatch's anniversary, 1 month anniversary just happened.
1 month anniversary.
Let me rephrase that. 1 year anniversary.
It seems like more than a year passed, honestly, with how big Overwatch blew up.
It really does.
Yeah, honestly, it really does.
It's been a year. That means that people are going to start calling Overwatch overrated.
Right? It's about that time.
Well, people were already doing that.
Yeah, that is true. I've heard that before.
Yeah,
Yeah. But like it's kind of crazy considering like Overwatch is like the next WoW for Blizzard in the way that it's so popular and like so successful for them.
You know, I like the way that Blizzard is cross-branding their stuff in a way. Like you can play for Overwatch skins in Heroes of the Storm, and the way they're doing that sort of stuff is pretty neat to me.
Yeah, it's just a shame that they'll never make another Warcraft game.
Does anybody else want Half-Life 3? Blizzard,
honestly,
Blizzard make Half-Life 3.
Oh, I don't mean to go back to Destiny, but it is interesting that Destiny is going to be strictly on Battle.net, so that will be something new coming too.
Well, that's because Activision owns Blizzard. Yep. So that makes sense.
Imagine we see some Destiny like cross promotion and like Overwatch. Destiny
right, that's what I was, imagining these things in my head, like all of the crazy possibilities.
Hey, it might happen. You never know.
Or Destiny characters in WoW. Blizzard makes Destiny confirmed.
Okay, I don't think Destiny characters. Now
we're pushing it a little, right?
Yeah, now we're going.
I want my OC character in Destiny.
Right.
Oh, Cold Steel the Hedgehog.
Take the fucking transition. Take the fucking... I threw it right at you.
I'm doing it.
Fucking lobbed it, and you fucking...
Well, if Ramon wouldn't speak over me, I was going to do it.
You're a fucking team.
I was going to say, speaking of OC characters, how about that Sonic Forces, huh?
Now you can be your own shitty friend.
Yep.
Now we are Sonic's shitty friend.
Or we're just shit in general, but everyone knew that already.
I don't care what anyone says. I'm not even going to try to make my own character first. I'm going to make Cold Steel the Hedgehog. I don't care. Well, I don't care what anyone says. I'm going to try to make Cold Steel the Hedgehog. Are you going to name him
Cold Steel the Hedgehog?
Yes.
With a $sign for steel?
Yes. If I can, I will.
I'm making Bartleby from Sonic's Kindergarten Adventure.
I don't even know what that is.
Oh, I will send you a link. Don't you worry.
I'm just gonna make Tails except red.
Incidentally, have any of you guys ever seen that old Sonic fan creator on Newgrounds like years ago?
Oh my god, you're bringing back memories for me.
Yeah, oh, you remember that.
Yeah, I remember that. That was a dark time in my childhood.
Why would you even go that far back? Literally like 2 years ago, friggin' Sonic Dreams Collection had a Sonic OC maker.
Oh, yeah, shit, you're right. I forgot about that. You're right, it did.
No, that one was, like, horrific. Like, that was, like, super long-legged Sonic and stuff like that.
Okay, and what's different about that than current Sonic?
Are we not sure that's going to happen here? Like, do we...
Yeah, I was going to say, there might be a height adjuster in that thing. You never know.
I don't think they're going to let you deform the characters like that.
They already deformed Sonic too many times. I'm not going to be surprised by anything.
Yeah, look at him. He used to be all short and stocky. Now look at him.
Yeah. Goddamn lipo.
Been drinking too much milk.
And so as far as that goes, there are 7 types of characters, I believe. Different species you can make, and they each have their own abilities, which that part seems pretty cool. I don't have any problem with the gameplay idea of having this third type. I'm concerned about the narrative.
Well, it definitely seems very. I won't say Sonic 06 dark, but it seems moody.
Yeah, and it seems like Generations again.
Well, that part I don't really care about because more Generations will always be okay with me. But
yeah,
my problem is when you introduce a self-insert character, either you're going to be a bystander in the entire narrative, or you're going to be the focus. And I'm not sure which one this is going to be. So if you're
I would rather just be you play as Sonic the entire game through, but you can also play levels again as your OC character.
But it seems like the third playstyle is a different level set, going by what they showed off.
It seems modern Sonic is going to be mostly 3D. Classic Sonic is all 2D, and it seems your OC character is a mix of the 3D Sonic portions and the 2D Sonic.
So
2D
like
Sonic
colors.
portions.
I've heard comparisons with the OC character to Ratchet and Clank actually, with the different gadgets like the swing shot and the flamethrower. I've heard those kind of comparisons. So
it's, bouncing off of that, I've also heard people bring up that maybe what they're trying to do is incorporate a bit of Sonic Adventure style in this, where modern Sonic is Boost, classic is classic, of course, and then your OC character is kind of a mix between Sonic Adventure.
I just hope they manage to keep the main gameplay gameplay identity of speed and stuff with the OC characters, because I just hope the powers don't slow down the gameplay too much.
Yeah.
Well, most of the power ups are not the gadgets, but the actual power ups, depending on what race your character is, seems very superficial. Most of them just seem like very small things, get an extra 5 rings when you respawn, or maybe you jump ever so slightly higher or something like that. But
I'd also like to mention that they brought Wisp back. So is it are they now mainstay Sonic lore?
I mean, they already kind of were going by generations and colors.
Yeah.
I remember them being special and stuff in colors, but now that they're in every game, it's a bit weird.
I don't see that as a problem because it's an easier way to give Sonic a more varied power set than making him into a fucking werehog. So
yeah, that's very true.
It's a way to expand his character without having to expand him.
It's basically the equivalent of a fire flower in a Mario game, honestly.
Or even more like a thunder shield. Honestly, that's what it is. It's like
lightning shield.
Oh, I'm sorry, Sonic fan 07.
Lightning Shield.
I'm sorry. It says Lightning Shield in just the Sonic 3 manual. Everywhere else, it's the fucking Thunder Shield, okay?
Sammy, the Sonic fan's gonna come after you now.
No, you don't even... that was a comment on my Sonic 3 reviews, because I called it the Thunder Shield as a joke, and someone got upset that I wasn't calling it the Lightning Shield.
Wait, someone actually did? What?
Oh yeah, he was triggered. He was so triggered about it.
It was really funny because I then checked the Sonic 3 manual, and it is the Lightning Shield, but only in the Sonic 3 manual. Everywhere else I've ever seen, it's the Thunder Shield.
Huh, so you're the real nerd then, huh?
Well,
I mean I'm talking about video games on YouTube, so yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say, was there ever...
The only thing worse than talking about video games on the internet is watching people talk about video games on the internet. Get your fucking lives together, audience.
I thought the worst thing about video games was actually playing them.
We love you though.
Yeah, anime's a mistake.
Yeah.
Total
mistake. Total mistake.
All of us can agree on.
Speaking of mistake, Brax, what do you think about Sonic?
I don't like Sonic.
and that's the best response that we could hope
for. Jesus fuck.
Just, hey, I mean, that's a straight up answer.
I'm just being real right now.
Fucking kudos. I'm not gonna get upset at that. That's fucking. you have a correct opinion. I'm not.
Right. I'm just listening, and you guys are talking about original character creation. I'm like, he's fucking Blue Hedgehog. Can we move on?
Oh fuck.
He does have a nice sneaker deal going on, though. I'll give him that.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie. If I could actually find a real pair of sneakers in life that resembled them, I'd easily rock those.
I never wear those. No way.
Oh well, Ramon, you're weak.
Oh, I mean, if you're not strong, you're not gonna be able to lift those fucking clown shoes too. So you're right. Fucking, they're like half his body. Jesus. So what else is there to talk about today? Fire Emblem Echoes came out. That's a game. Okay.
Yep.
And as the team apparently reports, it's not the same game. It's not the same content.
Is it still very anime?
Well, Fire Emblem is always going to be anime now. Come on.
I'm gonna repeat one more time. Subscribe to the Golden Bolt.
Wait, when did you say that originally?
Every other time I've ever been on this channel.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
So yeah, I kind of don't like how anime Fire Emblem got after Awakening.
Well, Ramon, it's either you take the anime Fire Emblems or you don't get Fire Emblem at all. So pick one.
I guess yeah, it's either Fire Emblem Waifu Wars or no Fire Emblem. So
I
yeah.
have a question.
Yeah.
If we get rid of the anime Fire Emblem, does that mean we get all those fucking Fire Emblem characters out of my Smash game? I don't want
No.
Shulk in my Smash game, okay?
No.
Well, Shulk is in Fire Emblem. He's
I know.
God damn it, Ramon. God damn it. Go with the joke.
God damn.
Fire Emblem characters are a prerequisite
hey man,
for Smash.
I got
You know
triggered
this.
for a minute from my
that-
Xenoblade love.
That goddamn fucking stupid. Who the fuck's Cloud anyway? I don't fucking want Fire Emblem in my goddamn Smash. Get him the fuck out. I want to build a wall and keep all the Fire Emblem characters in their own fucking game, okay?
Make Smash great again.
Who's this fucking Disgaea character in my Smash Bros?
Goddamn fucking Prinnies.
But I mean, Fire Emblem Echoes is a thing, but I'm finding myself not caring because it's on 3DS and I kind of moved on. I'm sorry.
I've heard good things. I've heard it's actually probably the spot for spot best game so far from the anime
I've heard
series.
it's a really good game, but it's just I can't care.
Yeah,
It's
I don't play Fire Emblem.
what do you call it? It's a remake, right, of one of the older Fire Emblem games.
Yes.
Yeah, I have a friend who basically played some of the toughest Fire Emblem games, and he told me he didn't die, but I have very, very large doubts about that.
Wait, so Echoes is a remake?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, well, they could keep that.
It's a remake of a game that we never got, to be fair.
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
Of like
okay.
a 20-year-old
So it-
game.
Yeah. So it's technically new.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah. I don't mind. Like, I would not mind if they continue. I'm assuming they're going to continue this Fire Emblem Echoes sub-series where they kind of remake the games that we never got because easy content. So, go for it. Cool.
I can just imagine the remake of Radiant Dawn and Path of Radiance.
Well, we got those. I'm talking about like the ones we didn't get. Because we've only
Like
gotten
Japan
we've only gotten what, half of the games, if that.
Yeah.
Which is funny considering how popular Fire Emblem is now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's
ironically.
only popular because of waifus, honestly.
Well, we told you, anime is a mistake.
So why don't we close out Nintendo with the Zelda phone game that they announced and told us nothing about?
Yeah, that's. I mean, there's nothing much to say.
I mean, it's a
It's a
mobile
Zelda
game.
game.
I like
Yeah,
Zelda.
just
I have a phone. I'm your audience. Okay, bye.
And I bet there's going to be microtransactions.
No,
I wonder if
Nintendo's
there's gonna
actually
be
been
good
mostly good
dungeons.
about that.
I wonder if there'll be
Yeah.
better dungeons than Breath of the Wild.
I just know how notorious mobile games can be.
Well, I mean, I think the one big one that's actually gotten flack for that is Fire Emblem Heroes.
Yeah, of the Nintendo games that have been on mobile so far, that's the only one I can think of that actually got any sort of flack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But even then, I think that's mostly just because people got addicted to it. Like
Well, that and waifus. So
Yeah.
that, those two things don't go well together.
Everyone wants a Thurja.
well, I mean, she's the best girl. So like, come on now.
I don't
Solani
follow.
confirmed for shit taste.
Hey, I'm sorry, man, but you guys just don't understand anime like I do.
Let's go from anime to manga. The Witcher's getting a Netflix series.
Wait, Witcher's
Wait,
manga now?
God damn it, Ramon! I'm actually gonna show up to your house.
So I'm
not gonna do
imagining
anything, but
the
I'm-
Witcher
but I'm gonna show up
Netflix
to your house.
series. I'm imagining this as being like softcore porn, probably.
I'm assuming this is going to be what their attempt is at the true Game of Thrones competitor.
Well,
Yeah.
honestly, if they're
Well,
making a
the
TV
Game
show,
of Thrones
right?
is softcore porn too. To be fair,
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's like it's gonna be filmed very similarly to Game of Thrones. I think it'll be a lot of softcore porn, and it'll replace Marco Polo, which did not work out well for them as their Game of Thrones. Even though
originally I imagined it as like an animated series, and then I was like, "What?"
I
The
honestly
Witcher.
kind of don't want
Yeah.
them to like go for the Game of Thrones style because like with The Witcher works best when it's like short stories. Like I'm not sure how many of you have read the actual Witcher books because like I think this series is going to be based on them.
I
I'm
messed
assuming it's been a
around with
hybrid.
Wild Hunt. That's all. Like I haven't even played all of the games, only the third one.
no one ever
Oh.
played Witcher 1 or 2. Don't worry.
Good.
Literally,
Witcher
The
2
Witcher
is kind
started
of-
at 3, just like Fallout.
Well,
Good
that
point.
that's getting me very triggered, but
Hey, Final Fantasy started at 7. That's all I'm saying.
That's true, man. Nobody like who played 5 or 6. Like who the fuck is Kefka, dude? Get out of here.
watch this get like millions of dislikes.
I hope so.
I hope that they don't realize we're being sarcastic. You know, I hope they think we're serious right now.
Dude, I'm almost positive there are a few people who watch a channel who actually think we hate anime.
But yeah, more about The Witcher.
Wait, we don't?
So I was.
Well, I mean, I do. I don't know about Ramon, but
Let's say I have mixed feelings, but about The Witcher, right? I was saying that The Witcher as a series works best when it's like telling short stories. So I really hope they don't go into the main plot like off the bat, because like when the series saga starts, that's when like the story starts to slow down a lot. And yeah, I prefer the short stories. So I hope for the first season they do that at least.
I imagine they're going to be taking some sort of creative liberty with it.
Absolutely.
I really hope the game doesn't influence this too much, because like one thing about the game, right, is that major characters in the game are actually super minor characters in the original book series. So like you guys know Triss, right, from the game?
No.
I've never played any of the Witcher games, dude, so I have no knowledge of this.
I haven't played the Elder Scrolls in a long time.
Alright, Elder Scrolls lore is its own rabbit hole of ridiculousness, but yeah. So Triss in the books is like a minor character at best.
You sound like that
really
guy
weird.
that watches the movie and he's like, I've seen the book, this is shit. Or I've read the book, this
I've
movie's
seen
shit.
the book. No, he literally looked at it. This movie's shit.
Right? He opens up to the front cover and he's like, well, that's good enough. This is better than the movie.
Time to read the Spark Notes.
I'm smarter than you now, bitch.
I wish I knew how to read.
Oh no, it's terrible.
But yeah, to be real for a second, I think what they'll probably do is they'll probably do like a Walking Dead sort of thing where it'll be its own separate version of the universe. So there's the comic universe in The Walking Dead, there's the game universe, and there's the show universe. So I think they'll do that where they combine all three and they each have similar startups, but then the actual development may be different. So it probably will take more from the game than the books, I would assume, just because the games are more recent.
I don't know, I
success.
heard the author's involved in it though, which is weird because he wasn't in the games.
You know, speaking of the author of the Witcher series, isn't he apparently a huge dumbass? Because originally when I forgot who developed the Witcher games again.
CD Projekt Red.
Oh yeah, CD Projekt Red. Yeah, Sapkowski
Yeah,
is
when
the
CD
author.
Bethesda.
when CD Projekt Red approached the author to use the Witcher license, apparently he said he just wanted a sum of money and none of the royalties. And I think he was quoted saying that video games don't sell anything, so I don't give a fuck about that.
Well, he's an old man, I guess. He's a grumpy old man who yells at clouds.
To be fair, he wasn't wrong until 3.
Well, people like 2 for some reason, even though
No
the
one
gameplay
played
was
2.
shit.
Yeah, 2 literally started existing before 3 was like coming out. Like I never heard. Like I'm into some pretty niche games. I've played some fucking shit games. I did not know The Witcher
dumpster
existed
bear.
until like 3 was about to come out.
Well, 3 is the only one that actually plays decently. Because 1, it plays like complete dog shit with its
1 and 2
rhythm-based
on
combat.
PC?
Huh?
Were
Yeah.
1 and 2 PC games?
2 came on console, but 1 was PC, yeah. And 1 had
Okay.
like rhythm-based combat, if you could believe it.
Really?
Yes. It was
Rhythm, like
I'm not
Parappa the
joking,
Rapper.
rhythm-based.
Like, oh, speaking of Parappa the Rapper, the
Oh, you son of a bitch! You son of a bitch! You stole my segue.
I saw him setting it up, so I fucking caught the ball. That's what you do when your friend throws up a fucking lob for you. You catch the ball and you set it.
I was going to do it, but you didn't let me do it.
The developer of the Parappa the Rapper series has announced a new Kickstarter called Project Rap Rabbit.
Rap Rabbit?
And I'll admit, I fucking love that name.
Right? I was thinking like a direct link to 8 Mile, like maybe Eminem makes an appearance as his character Rabbit in this game. I don't know.
I
Little
don't know
mom
how
spaghetti
I feel.
for you?
I don't know how I feel about the art style that they're showing off. It's like it takes a lot of heavy Japanese influence, and the main character looks really weird to me. Not because of the Japanese influence. It's just the art style they chose is strange.
Well,
You know what? All I can
Parappa's
think
art
of when
style
I-
was strange too.
No, Parappa's
to
kind of
me,
worked
at
because it was like
least.
an old school, like it felt like a cartoon. This art style feels like a fan art. And I don't mean to offend when I say that. It just doesn't look polished to me right now.
Yeah, I
It
can
looks.
imagine
It
that.
looks. It's hard to place my finger on it, but I see what you mean. It looks more like concept arty than actual like art for the actual game itself. I'm not really explaining myself.
That's true. That's a good way of putting it.
All I can think of when I think of Parappa the Rapper now is that one gaff thread about the guy who paid money to the guy who voiced Parappa, and then he got the
Oh,
money
the guy
stolen.
didn't show up. Yeah.
Oh yeah. That's literally all I can think of now when I think of Parappa. It's
Yeah.
weird.
Thank you for reminding me of that thread because I gotta go look at that thread again later today.
I don't think he got his money back.
I don't think he ever got his money back. Oh man. But yeah, that's Parappa the Rapper. Not Parappa the Rapper. That's Rap Rabbit. And additionally, just to tag something onto that, apparently there has been a Nintendo Switch goal added to the Kickstarter.
Yes, I saw that a few minutes ago.
I believe it's at $1 million.
I'm
actually looking into it now. It's
1.5 million.
They lowered it. It was a lot higher.
Yeah, it was originally 4.95 million, but now they've lowered it to 1.5 million.
Jesus Christ.
My concern here is looking at the way that they're going by funding. They want I think £1 million for this game. I think they're going in pounds. So $1.2 million more or less. They want a lot of money for this game, and they want $5 million for the stretch goals of this game, or they did at one point. I don't see how it's going to hit that.
Yeah. I don't see it hitting.
I don't think it's going to hit its goal, honestly, and that's why I'm kind of concerned. Because like this is the kind of game where they're selling it. If you look at the Kickstarter goals, they're selling it for like $45 to $60.
And like I don't think Parappa has that kind of selling, or Project Rap Rabbit anyways is going to have that kind of selling power.
No, I don't
because
think,
they are such niche games. Like not everybody, and like a very few people actually, I think, are like true fans of that series.
Yeah.
You know.
It's like trying to call fun Baldur's Gate 3 with Kickstarter, and you'll just get like $10 for like your returns or whatever.
I think just looking at it based on what they've been changing, like they've changed their goals several times already. So they already changed it very quickly so that there's more incentive to get a certain version of the Kickstarter goals, just so you get like a digital soundtrack too. So it just it screams scam to me, and I don't like saying that because I would love for this game to exist, just because I'm sure it'll be funny, I'm sure it'll be good, but going by what they've shown me so far, I'm not convinced.
And like even if it does get funded, right, I can imagine there's going to be a lot of backlash considering like there's no way the quality couldn't live up to what people are thinking. I assume
at $1 million, there's no way. I don't know what they would need $1 million for unless they're going to pull a friggin' concept.
That's exactly
and make an
what
anime.
I was going to say.
Yeah,
that's exactly what I was going to say. I don't see why it needs 1.2 million. Again, I don't know anything
stuff
about
like Ukulele. Like
I don't know anything about game development, so I could be entirely wrong. But I don't see a game like this requiring $1.2 million.
And like here's the thing, like after how Ukulele's not even a bad game from what I hear. It's still kind of disappointing because people expect it to 10 out of 10.
It's a flawed to okay game.
It's
like,
a decent
not bad,
game.
It's Banjo-Tooie.
Yeah. So if you didn't like Banjo-Kazooie, then
well, I'm curious what the sales on the Parappa remaster that came out were like. So maybe if that game sold really well, then maybe that's what's making them think we can raise $1 million for this.
I mean, even I don't know how they would have figured that out because I don't think the team that's working on it is affiliated with Sony in any way. So they would have had to somehow gotten.
I would have thought they would at least have access to the sales numbers, at least.
Potentially, but I don't think they worked at all on the remaster. And then that's my other thing is the estimated delivery date. And this is a bit of a tangent. Is August of 2018. So that's implying that they haven't even started development on this game outside of concept art.
So they would probably have about a year's worth of time to actually develop it.
It might have just left pre-production, which does not mean anything.
Honestly, I don't think you could really sell a game that large with like just concept art. You need to have like at least something playable in art before you launch your Kickstarter.
After Mighty Number 9, I agree. Mighty Number 9 is what killed it for that.
Yeah.
Adding to your point, Ramon, I also do remember seeing a forum post for this that actually really got me thinking. Somebody was saying, "I love the original Parappa, but I can't see myself reasonably backing this without at least hearing what the music is for a rhythm game like this. Because what if I don't like the music that's incorporated in the game?"
Yeah.
And that's a very good point.
Yeah.
Because you might not like any of the music at all. So.
Yeah. And like I said, the Japanese influence already makes it even more niche as it is, because there's a clear focus based on the video that they showed off that it's going to have like that distinct like Shogun era Japan theme, like the traditional, or I should say traditional, the stereotypical like 16th century Japanese sounding music.
Oh,
yes.
yeah.
And every character looks like they're in 16th century Japan. And the video they showed off is only 3 minutes long, and there's no gameplay that I can think of that I can remember seeing in it. It's just concept art, and then, hey, here's this video part of Parappa. Like, you can see part of Parappa and the other games we've made. And it's like, cool. Like,
But where's the game?
Yeah, like, what?
It seems more like a sales pitch for like a company instead of an actual Kickstarter, honestly. It would probably work better as a sales pitch.
And that might be what they're doing, is trying to show that there's a market for the game too, and they might fund it anyway somehow. Because I've seen that happen where Kickstarters don't make their funding, then someone funds it anyway.
Yeah, it happens all the time.
That's not what Kickstarter's for, so I don't agree with that.
Yeah, we'll have to see where this goes, but I don't think it's going to reach its goal.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Or at the very least, if it somehow miraculously does it, it's just going to only reach its base goal, and that's it.
I mean, to be fair,
it's probably going to be like critically panned when it comes out.
Well, we have to see.
It is at 10% of its goal already, so I mean, yeah, but that normally the first few days are the most important days of Kickstarter when you get all the press.
Yeah.
So
yeah, the first few days and the last few days.
And the fact that the first few days already had some controversy is not good.
Yeah, but in transitioning from a new IP to another new IP, we've got Platinum Games teasing a new IP, and that's it. No other information. Just saying, hey.
I like to point out that
in
Scalebound got its license renewed by Microsoft.
Yeah, it's
Microsoft,
uncanceled
yes.
possibly.
So yeah,
possibly.
all we gotta do is watch Hideki Kamiya's Twitter and see if he starts swearing.
Oh, he banned me.
Wait, he actually banned you?
No, I was lying.
I thought I was gonna say what you say.
I said hi, and he blocked me because he's been known to do that.
Yeah, he has done
He's
that.
a weird man.
Praise you, Kamiya, but you're an asshole.
Hey man, at least he's not oatmeal Itagaki.
I
You
don't.
guys have seen that image, right? Oatmeal cookie Itagaki.
I've seen it.
I have not.
I think he's talking about that new SpongeBob meme. I don't know.
Oh, I like SpongeBob. SpongeBob's a good anime.
That's the best anime.
So SpongeBob made by Platinum Games.
Right.
Yo, if they made a fucking SpongeBob game, I would buy it.
I'd play the shit out of that.
That seems like something Bolt would play and review.
No, don't put those words in my mouth.
Sponge time instead of witch time.
I'm not putting anything in your mouth.
Oh.
Yet.
Oh.
He's talking about his home cooked meals, folks.
Of course.
Very home cooked.
Awkward silence.
So how about that Far Cry 5 and that The Crew 2?
The
Am I
Crew
right?
2, that sounds like a garbage idea. Like, don't make another Crew game. I mean,
Wasn't Crew that racing MMO that Ubisoft made?
I'm totally biased on this. Well, that's another reason. I'm biased for two reasons. For one, fuck Ubisoft. And for two, when I play racing games, and like I have my entire life, I enjoy racing simulators, things that actually feel like you're racing. And games like The Crew that have like an open world, it's like they focus too much on the open world and not the mechanics of driving a vehicle. Like, it feels like shit when you drive. So I'm not a fan.
Oh,
At
hold
least
on a
recently
minute.
I can agree, but like the earlier Need for Speed games that had the open world, those clicked with me.
Honestly,
Need for Speed
I hate
Underground
every-
2, that one clicked with me. The other ones did not. In the
Not
open
even
world
Most Wanted.
things.
Most Wanted was the shit. The first one, not the bad one.
I didn't enjoy that. Oh, you mean like the real old school one?
Yeah, the first.
Yeah,
Most
that
Wanted.
one. That one was cool. Yeah.
Honestly,
I-
I hate
I'm
all
sorry,
the open world Need for Speed games because, like, for me, I hate open world racing games because I always get hit by traffic when I'm trying to drive.
Learn to drive.
No,
Right,
it's
that's
just
part
so
of it.
irritating for me because, like, I don't want any traffic, and then like it's so irritating. I can't play them.
10 and 2.
I'm sorry. I just want to bring up something. I didn't even know that this was talking about The Crew, the racing game. I thought this was The Division for some reason. I got them completely mixed up. And when you guys started talking about racing, I'm like, wait, what? No, it's a shooter. And I'm like, oh, wait a minute. No, that's The Division.
Tom Clancy doesn't do racing games.
I had
Not
no
yet.
idea.
Well, he's dead,
I had-
but yeah.
I had
Not yet.
absolutely no idea.
Wait, Tom
I got
Clancy's dead?
He's been dead
Yeah,
for
he's
years.
been dead for a while.
Oh shit, I didn't know.
Yeah.
Oh my god! I'm sorry. I got the completely confused. I don't care for either of these series, so they kind of just blended together for me.
Hey
Oh,
man, it's just gonna be a while until we get any Twisted Metal.
Well, speaking of that, wasn't there recent news of the developer of Twisted Metal making a spin-off title?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I think he was making his own original game, which is based off a mini game in one of the Twisted Metal games.
Bended
Did-
Steel.
David Jaff. I think he's working on something else. He just released a game.
Oh,
He
did
just
he?
released
Oh.
Drawn to Death. He's doing that.
Yeah, exactly. Now that
Yeah.
you bring that up, I remember.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, Far Cry's a game. I didn't care for the Far Cry's. So.
Far Cry's, it's pretty meh.
Same here. I never got into them.
Yeah, I only like Blood Dragon.
It came to the
I
point
played
where
4. 4 was better than 3, but it still wasn't great, and I did not play Primal. So
for me, it came to the point where I was just like, that was at the point where I like they started making Far Cry popular because Ubisoft. Right around the time that they started annualizing Assassin's Creed, and I was like, well, I don't like Ubisoft at all anyway, and they're starting to annualize Assassin's Creed, a series I like.
they annualize everything they get their hands on. So does EA.
Well,
And
EA
that's what
at
makes
least
it
does
bad.
it a different way. Like EA does it among
You're
different
right.
studios.
We'll do Battlefront and then Star Wars or whatever, Battlefront and Battlefield, and all they do is switch them up every year, and it's like they
but
fool you.
that's what Activision does too. Activision has 3 different teams working on Call of Duty.
Sledgehammer and BioWare. Yeah, it's 3 different sets of guys.
Whereas with EA, there are sort of 2 or 3 in one studio. With Ubisoft, I'm pretty sure it's just the same fucking studio. They just work like nonstop.
It's definitely the same fucking game coming out every year. That's for sure.
It's weird because wasn't there a
hot take.
huge gap between Far Cry 2 and Far Cry 3?
I don't think did Ubisoft own Far Cry, but when it was 2,
Did they?
I thought they got the license before 3.
3 was the first one I remember being like a big deal, if that makes sense.
That's because it was a Ubisoft marketing machine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Far Cry fucked up when the guy that they had on the cover of the game dies 25% in. It's like if fucking Sonic died 25% of the way through the game, it would be like, well, what?
I mean, if you take 25% and change that around to 75%, then yeah, you'd be spot on in one of the Sonic games, actually.
Really?
Yes.
But anyway, that kind of annoyed me when they did that with the Far Cry series.
Yeah,
It was 4, I think. Yeah, I'm like 95% sure it's 4 with the guy on
No,
the
it was
front.
3. That was 3.
The only one that ever piqued my interest whatsoever was Blood Dragon.
Well, yeah,
What
because
is
Blood
that?
Dragon doesn't take
that
itself
was the DLC
seriously.
expansion.
Oh, okay. I never enjoyed it that much to care about stuff like that.
Did they not sell that standalone?
They did. It was standalone.
They did it eventually, yeah.
Okay.
And no, I remember what I was now. Far Cry 1 was made by Crytek, but published by Ubisoft, and then Ubisoft just got the license outright, I guess, and then they made their own series out of it. I'm pretty sure Far Cry 1 was supposed to be Rambo. I don't know what happened to that.
They
that was Crisis, I guess.
They realized that Rambo wasn't that relevant anymore.
I mean, yeah, but then now there's World War II, but we're going back to that.
Well, I think that's now spun back around to becoming relevant because we haven't had it in so long.
Oh, I thought you were going somewhere else. Yeah, no, sure.
But that's pretty much everything on the docket for this week. A lot of news coming out. Destiny is a thing. Destiny 2 is a thing.
Yep.
More Nintendo news as always.
And for all of you console players out there, 30 FPS. I hope you enjoyed that.
Yeah. I was actually going to bring that up during the Destiny 2 talk, but I completely skipped my mind. Yeah, Destiny 2 is 30 FPS on console, 60 on PC.
I'm hoping the Pro or the Scorpion or whatever, maybe they can run it at 4K and 60.
They confirmed that the Pro will have 30 FPS and Scorpio is undetermined. So.
Oh, man.
I don't get how you guys can play so many shooters. I only play 1 FPS, not 30.
Oh dude! I the maximum amount of shooters I can handle at once is
how can you guys talk about 30 FPS like that?
Hey man, 200 FPS.
30 first-person shooters?
Oh, I don't need that many shooters. It's too violent.
What the hell is wrong with you?
This is par for the course.
A game is like a
course.
slideshow to me unless I'm playing at 200 FPS.
What the fuck kind of computer do you have?
The PC's going to run at 144, and everybody's like really excited about that. I'm like, that's fucking overkill, man.
I run Windows 3.1.
I run Windows DOS.
I'm running Windows XP, the best version they ever had.
You better not get hacked. That's topical.
I'm running Apple.
You're playing on a Macintosh? Get out of here.
No, not on Macintosh. And an Apple
No,
computer.
he's installing drivers. Don't worry.
Yeah. No. I'm running Linux. I'm actually not, but yeah.
That means you're better than everyone else, so that's good.
That's just a fact. Fucking
yeah.
Goddamn. No. This is just a reminder. If you liked what you heard today, you should subscribe to BraxBox. He does live streams of Metal Gear Solid quite frequently, and he does other things on other channels, but you don't have to watch those. But he does live streams of Metal Gear Solid. And he's on Metal Gear Solid 3 at the time that this goes up. You'll probably be streaming right after this goes up, so you should watch that.
I'd like
Watch this go up at like 12 p.m. someday.
I'd like to add to the point that he's hot as fuck. So you need to go there and check out his hot
Yeah,
ass.
I am dead sexy. I'm not gonna lie.
Fucking conceited. Okay, don't subscribe to him now. Fucking, that's it.
I'm over here trying to stream. Can't even play the game. So I'm like, damn, I look good right now on OBS.
His head is eternally locked left because he's looking into a
Dude,
mirror.
you should, Brax, for the next stream, you should definitely just flip your friggin' sizes so that Metal Gear Solid is in the fucking tiny corner.
Make me fucking humongous and then the game. That would be
Please
super.
do that. Please fucking do that.
Title it like sexiest streamer on Twitch or some shit.
No, wait, I know what it is. I know what you gotta do. Do the Metal Gear Solid 3 skateboarding shit.
The
Or
fuck
was that
are
in
you
2?
talking about?
You know what I'm talking about? The Metal Gear Solid 2 or 3 like skateboarding minigame?
I don't remember.
Oh yeah,
any
you're
of
talking
this.
about you had to buy what is it called, subsistence or
You're
whatever
pirating the
Metal
games
Gear 2
anyway.
one is.
Just fucking do it. Like,
Arrgh.
how's that gonna stop you?
Yeah, it's
Fucking-
true. I could get the special edition and do that. You're right.
Fucking do that, and then make yourself the big camera size.
Yeah, just make the game with a tiny ass box on the right.
That's
Weird
such a good
skateboarding.
idea.
I would have absolutely no shame if I did something like that.
I would subscribe for that.
not already being subscribed to your friend.
I would unsubscribe and then resubscribe
Yeah.
if you do that.
So again, folks, thanks for watching the podcast. And remember, if you want more good content like this, check out the Golden Bolt, check out Brax, and unsubscribe from CrossFactor.
Well, please resubscribe. I need some of that money, some of that subscription money. What do they call it?
Ramon will be doing this for 10 years, and then you'll finally get the check in the mail for $100, dude.
Yeah, 10 cents.
Of which I get a 90% cut, you get a 5% cut, and Jerome gets a 4% cut.
I miss Jerome.
Well, he's dead. I'm sorry.
Oh. Okay.